Hey Real World Climbers, we're back with another session in the garage. And to be honest, I'm not really feeling super energetic right now. I didn't really want to climb. I would probably rather just, watch a movie or sit around. But I decided to be disciplined anyways. So I'm not sure where this video is going to go necessarily. I'm just going to do a session here, start warming up and climb. I'm also using this session to test out a new microphone system. So hopefully it's turning out pretty good and it sounds good. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. So not really sure where this session is going to go. I'm just going to kind of feel it out and maybe try to build up some endorphins, build up some energy and things like that, and just see where it goes. So I feel good, I feel healthy, I just feel kind of lethargic and tired and things like that, but I still want to have a session. So let's get after it. Did I forget to bring my lemonade out? I had a lemonade. We'll see how the range on these microphones work. I think I left it all the way inside. There it is. I'm curious if it still is playing all in the house. Alright, I'm back with my lemonade. I start off with a little bit of a warm-up in this session. Get the juices flowing, get the fingers warmed up, things like that. I don't tend to do super long warm-ups. I know that there's kind of debate on how long should warm-up be, and maybe it even depends on each person's body. So maybe there is no right and wrong answer. But I do kind of work my way up in difficulty. I don't just jump into projects right away. Because I got this new microphone, I think I can just kind of talk as I go. I'll look at you as much as possible. And I'm just going to pretend that I'm having a session and you're in the gym with me. I'll pretend you're climbing when I'm resting. How about that? Probably the one area that I need the most is in my back, because I feel pretty tight here. And so kind of loosening up my back. And I do a lot of this when I'm on the wall too. So when I start doing kind of this juggy weave route, this endurance weave that I have set on here, I'm going to, be going slow and working my shoulders and things like that. A little bit in the hips too. I'm not the most limber person to begin with. It is something that I self-realize that I should be working on, and I just need to do it. I just need to dedicate to it. So, all right, so another part of my warm-up is kind of finding some juggy things and just kind of hanging on them. So I just kind of find a couple footholds here and just kind of hang on it. Engage the shoulders. Crack my back and stuff. So therefore it probably sounds awful. So now I'm heading into this jug weave. Haven't done a dedicated endurance weave video in a while. Not since Real World Climbing Headquarters Part 4, where I talked about the setup of it. It's early September when I'm filming this, and I'm in a hoodie now. It literally went from 95s all last week, and even 2 days ago, to now it was in the 50s. So it's just a crazy weather shift. So, but it is still nice enough to have the garage door open and things like that. Now that I got the whole garage used as climbing and it's all boxed in, it's kind of hard to find vantage points for the camera and seating and things like that. It's basically a climbing room now. So it's the challenges of having so much square footage of climbing in such a small area, but obviously I love it. So I'm going to continue my warm up here. I'm going to go to the weave from the other direction. Again, I'll go probably off camera here, and I'm not going to do all 50 moves right now. Another reason you can kind of not have a super long warm-up is I can use my warm-up to kind of focus on some other techniques too, like footwork, twisting. So like the whole concept of the same side in principle that I learned from self-coached climber Haig and Hunter, I believe, were the authors. That one concept, I mean, there's lots of good stuff in that book, but that one concept of same side in principle revolutionized my climbing early on. In case you're not familiar with that, first off, Self-Coached Climber is like an amazing book. About half the book is technique stuff. So, what to do with hand holds, what to do with certain foot holds, and drills that you can do. And then about half of it is like training stuff. So how to train the different energy systems in your body, aerobic endurance, and then anaerobic endurance, and strength and power and all that stuff. So it's a really good book, and I liked it a lot. And one of the chunks there in the technique chunk was that same side in principle. To paraphrase it, you should read the book, but to paraphrase it is that to keep your center of gravity closer to the wall and simultaneously increase your reach, if you're going to move with your right hand, find a way to position your feet so that your right hip is in the wall, and then you can get longer reach and your center of gravity is closer to the wall, more over your feet. And then obviously the reverse too, if I'm going to move my left hand to pull my left hip in. Now, obviously not every climb allows for that because, certain climbs are going to have footholds only in certain spots, but kind of as an ideal or a concept is to have that in mind. So I found that revolutionary in my climbing, and so I try to incorporate those kind of movements, those twisting movements in my warm-ups right away. So we live by a fire station. Not sure if that fire truck and siren is coming through. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Fingers are feeling pretty good. Do a little bit more with the kind of nice, easy, juggy stuff, and then I'll move on to start to get a little bit more fingery. I'm kind of just rainbow routing this with some comfy holds, nothing too crimpy, and a little bit smaller than the jugs I was using before, so. You can't even see the top of me here, but there's some nice roof jugs here. Whoop! That's falling from about 12 feet. Love my home wall. Love that I finally got some good height. 12 feet of vertical gain access. I'm already starting to kind of feel more energized and into this, so if I really wanted to start getting pumped up, I would throw on some tunes, but I think I would get copyright striked if I played that on the video. So I suppose one of the next videos I should probably do is a complete tour of the gym. All right, let's get a little bit smaller holds. What's the plan? What's the plan? What are we going to do? I got the 30-degree wall over here behind us. A little bit of the 20 on the left here. Not a lot of holds on this one yet. What I really need is I need to just have a route setting day. So this wall is 10 degrees steeper than the last wall I was just climbing on. And it doesn't sound like, 10 degrees doesn't sound like a big deal, but it feels different. And then right behind you, right behind the camera there, is the moon board, and that's 40 degrees. And that's another, again, those 10 degrees make a big difference. So I'm going to move to some bigger holds again. Steeper angle. I'm just kind of work some. Just kind of rainbow routing this. Up here to the Ninja. Not even sure you can see that it's a Ninja anymore. This purple one here has a Ninja painting on here. And it's been on every single wall that I've built. So obviously that's, we're on home wall number 5 now, so all 5 iterations I've found a spot for that. I haven't really experimented with yet since building this 30-degree wall is what's possible bridging this gap here. This is more of a curiosity thing here. Stemming obviously makes it easy on the hands. So using small holds maybe. Got a spinner. Got a spinner. Ugh. Over here, got this volume here. It's pretty gigantic. And I really like it. It's a great volume. I've had it for many years. But I don't really know where to put it. Like, if I put it on one of these walls, you're pretty much going to have the volume on every route because it's in the way. So I put it down here, kind of make some interesting starts down here, interesting feet. But eventually I'm going to have to move it again because from here to the left is a symmetrical wall. And eventually I want to have a symmetrical system here, at least up to the base of the ninja wall. So then this would have to go away. So I really like this wall. I do also, so this is like the widest lens I have for this camera, and as you can see, I can't get a whole wall top to bottom in the frame, even with this as far back as it goes. So I did just buy a GoPro to get that wide angle, so I'm going to start incorporating that into some of my videos too. So I'll have two different camera angles, so hopefully that will up the production value for you guys, and you guys are hopefully having a good time with this stuff. I don't even know if this is gonna make it into a video. How lame is it just to sit here and watch me climb? Maybe not. Kind of just goofing around. Haven't really decided if I want to have a dedicated session to like do something, train something, or I just want to climb and move. Kind of feeling that lethargy go away, so I don't feel like blah like I did before I started. So that's kind of good. Feeling that, but do I want to just keep climbing? Just climb. To be honest, if I really wanted to have some fun and try out some moves that I wouldn't try out, what I'd be doing is I'd be route setting. I'd be grabbing a bunch of holds, throwing them on there, trying some moves. That is one of the more fun sessions to me, is route setting. And you might be like, well, is that really a training session? Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like a technique session and a light volume, fingers. And I'm not going to try hard when I'm route setting, but I think it's a training session in that you're kind of like figuring out moves, you're figuring out technique, you're trying things, tweaking things, So like when you're in a climbing gym, you don't just get to move holds. I mean, if you're on staff and you're route setting, you get to do that. But like if you're just going there to train and to climb, I can't just say, hey, I want to try this move to this hold, but this hold I would like to be further away now because it's too easy where it is. And so you can try like these moves in all these different orientations. Turning a hold just a few degrees makes a big change. And so I think that route setting can be an actual training session because you're learning technique and you're learning it in lots of similar but just slight variations, which if you've read Eric Hurst's books, so I guess this is maybe turning into a book recommendation video, but if you've read his books, he talks about like building a schema, building a wide range of skill sets So route setting on your own home gym can be super awesome for tweaking moves ever so slightly. They feel different. Your body gets that adaptation. Not sure if this is making sense, but if it wasn't so late at night and my neighbors wouldn't get mad at me hitting the impact driver, then I'd probably be route setting actually. Just throwing holds up and trying stuff. So I'll probably make a video about that exact concept. I'll expand on this concept of route setting is a session. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be cool. Another thing that's actually in the works too, now that I have the wide angle camera that I can work with, is I'm going to be taking this 20-degree wall and I'm going to be turning it into a spray wall. So there are quite a few holds on there, but there's still a bunch of T-nuts open, and then there's a bunch of spots for screw-ons, you know, and I'm going to fill this thing with holds. And then you can route set on spray walls too. You don't really want to like move the holds per se, you know, or rotate them if they've been used in a bunch of your other climbs. You can't just change them for a climb. But once you kind of get a good mix of all the different hold types in the wall, you can do route setting there too. And that route setting is like just picking some moves and then figuring out how to link them together and all that cool stuff. So maybe there's 3 points to this video. Point number 1 is that even if you don't really feel energetic and awesome and just gung-ho about climbing, you can still work your way into feeling good about climbing. And I am feeling pretty good, and I'm going to keep climbing. I'm not giving up on the session because I'm tired. I'm actually feeling quite a bit better now that I've gotten going. My muscles are warm, my fingers are warm, all that stuff. And so you can work your way into feeling good about climbing even if you don't feel like it at the time. So do in order to feel, if that makes sense. Don't wait till you feel like it to do something. Very mind-blowing philosophy there. Point number 2 of this video is that there's some really good books from experts that I've kind of recommended. So maybe we'll do a book video too. I should absolutely do my top picks of books. Point 3, I guess, is that you can use route setting to train. All right, let's just pick some holds out here. Let's start on this black one. And then where should we go? Medium hard, not super hard yet, medium hard. Big pull up to that crimp, the purple one. Then up to the brown Gaston. Cross under to the yellow. Yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Whew. So really slippery. Oh, there we go. Pocket here. Sloper. Just kind of using any feet at this point. Twisty. Up here. Over this wall. Kind of sloppy pinch here. Just picking out holds. Kind of feels like a live stream, except for it's not live. Nobody's watching me right now. It does remind me to kind of put out feelers here for if that's something people would be interested in watching. Kind of a climb with me session. Or, yeah. Just if that's even interesting. I've actually joined in on some other YouTubers' live streams. And, I mean, it's kind of interesting, especially if, like, during my rests, if I came over and engaged with you guys in the chat, if you guys would chat back. Kind of boring if nobody's chatting. I think for me, the main thing that was kind of interesting about watching some of these live streams which again, like the concept, if you just think about it outright, like, hey, I'm sitting here watching somebody else climb, it's kind of weird. But the thing that I liked about it is seeing how other people use their home walls and stuff like that. Because there's tons of YouTubers out there that do gym content where they have a cameraman, and it's great. I like watching them too. But, you know, I don't have a cameraman right now. That's why I have a home wall, is because right now I'm climbing by myself. It's not always. Like, I got climbing friends, and just tonight they didn't want to come over kind of thing. But the concept of seeing how other people utilize their home wall, I think, is pretty interesting. So if I start over here, can you see me on the moonboard a little bit? I'll do some moonboard juggies. Yeah. Very steep. Even using the biggest holds, still feels steep. I'm really excited to start using the GoPro on these videos too, because being able to get the wide angle and just kind of have that running nonstop, and then I'll start and stop this one that I'm talking to more often. I'll have the multiple angles, and this will be a little bit more tighter, and this will be wide angle. But what I'm waiting for is this little adapter thing that I can screw into a T-nut hole. So it's 3/8 inch male side that would screw into a T-nut hole, and the other side is the 1/4 inch male side that I can screw my GoPro mounts into. So literally I can have these little spots all over in certain strategic T-nut holes, and I can just move my mount and then have a vantage point for that wall and a vantage point for that wall, and I would have like almost zero setup time. So those are on the way. I ordered a set of those. Kind of giving away all my secrets in this video. This video's coming, that video's coming. You get a video, you get a video. Everybody gets a video. It's an Oprah reference, guys. Alright. They're all either jugs or... How did I get to this hold somehow? But they were all jugs. I need more holds. I don't necessarily need more holds to buy. I have lots of holds. When I do my tour video, I'll show you my new and improved hold bin organizing system. I need more holds on the wall. Alright, let's move back over here. 20-degree wall. Which holds need some love? This guy's really nice. I really love this brown hold here. It's just a simple Metolius shape. And the texture's nice. It's not too aggressive, not too slippery. It's nice rounded. Crimpy here. I'm gonna get into and out of this hold. Let's give that hold some love. These guys here, not super awesome, but I'll come up to that. I'll give myself a couple feet over here, some of these little guys. And then I think I'm just gonna do a big move to that black one with the letter A underneath it. What do you guys think of that one? I'll try that move combination. Oh, barn door either. The feet were too good. I made the feet too good for that move. There you go. I do need to buy some holds. And what I need to buy is some really small technical foot jibs. I'm thinking about buying the ones from Power Company. they have like these almost like system holds, but they're tiny little foot jibs, like at different in cuts, different depths, and you can really systematize it. So like if I was working a problem and then it got to be too easy, I could just swap out that foothold for a smaller foothold and ratchet up the difficulty like that. So I'm thinking about buying those. I'm thinking about buying some more of the Sinrock holds. I'm still working on the review for the ones that I bought earlier. I have the campus rungs over here, and I've been playing around with them. I haven't really had a dedicated campus like season that I will have for sure coming up this winter, and they're really nice thus far. But I'm gonna kind of put the other holds through the ringer as well. So I'm thinking about getting some of their smaller foot jibs from Sinrock as well, and just kind of fill the bottom of my wall with that. That, or the other thing I just might find, just try to find somebody that's selling them online. But for that, like I really want to get I want to get a good deal on used holds, especially if I'm buying these tiny little foot jibs. There's no way I'm paying what some people are asking for online. Kind of want to do a rant video about buying used holds in this day and age and what's happened, but I'm not sure if you guys would like rant videos. I'm sure the controversy of it might trigger the algorithm, but we'll see if I want to start beef. Do I want to start beef with people selling used holds for what new holds go for? Basically. Oh man, I've already started my beef. Let me know if I should do a rant video or if it's too controversial. How can I use that as a handhold? I usually use that as a foothold. Let's see here. Here's a foothold I can use as a handhold. Get me off the ground. Big lean. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a cool move. That hold is really polished. Okay. Kind of making up a little route here in my head. See how maybe again it's kind of almost spray wallish. I got the holds already on the wall. I'm just kind of picking out holds and moves that look cool. Figure out what feet make sense. We got this big lean over here. Oh, that's pretty tough. I like it. That's a starting hold. Whoa. Whew. That's pretty cool. It's not like super like killer. It's probably V4, maybe V4-ish. I like it. I'm going to actually take the time and put some tape on it and then see what my buddy Jack thinks of it, or anybody else that comes over and climbs. I know you didn't see the whole thing because it was kind of off camera, but essentially the last two moves were on the moonboard. So one was an actual moonboard hold, and then I have a rail up top, on top of the moonboard. Kind of like makes it into like a comfy jug, a little finish. All right, so now I got the yellow tape on there. So I guess it kind of did turn into a little bit of route setting too. It's kind of like I'm just having fun. I'm just trying to have fun. I love climbing. Climbing is fun, remember, climbing is still fun. Even if you're training super hard, why are you training in the first place? To have fun. Like, why build all of this? Why build a climbing wall and then get bored with it and then let it sit around? It kind of makes me think of like all the people that, should I say this? I don't know. Another little controversial statement, maybe. Controversial statement number 2. It kind of makes me think of all the people that built home walls during the pandemic, and then because the gyms were closed, and then now they're like, I don't need my home wall, and they're trying to get rid of their home walls. I love the gyms too. I love the gyms, but like the flexibility of just walking into my garage and climbing is awesome. There's downfalls, like I don't get a variety of setters a lot. I mean, I love it when people come over and they set routes on the wall because it's different people's perspective, different people's sizes and styles. So don't really get rope climbing in here, which I do prefer sport climbing as a discipline, like when I climb outside. So I have to simulate rope climbing, and it's not the same. So like when I go to the gym, I'm going to be trying to lead some routes and stuff like that. And I love the gyms. I'm not knocking on the gyms and everything like that, but I don't know, just where I'm at in life and where maybe a lot of you guys are at in life. Like life's busy and maybe life's expensive, and having the expense of going to the gym, and not that collecting all these holds and buying the wood is cheap by any means, but it's a long-term investment. If you've watched a lot of my build videos, you know that I reused stuff or I inherited stuff. Like I got the sheets of plywood that I use for the moonboard, those 3. I had 4. I had 4 of those sheets of plywood already T-nutted, and I got a bin of I got a bin of holds too, off of Craigslist from a church that had a wall that they took their wall down. So, like, were they the most like awesome holds? No, they were like pretty juggy, which a lot of people want jugs too, but like they were pretty kid-friendly holds, which is fine. But I got those 4 panels of plywood and a bunch of other holds for like $150 back in the day. I get it. It's not the same. The economy's not the same. All that stuff. Supply and demand, blah, 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 blah. Kind of mixing up my things here. But like I reused plywood. These 2 sheets of plywood here have been used on my 2nd, my 3rd, 4th, and now 5th home walls. They've been used on 4 out of the 5. The Ninja's been used on all 5. These kind of tan colored ones up here, and there's another full sheet over here on the vert wall, and the whole transition wall is tan. Textured paint, already T-nutted. I got it for free, I think, if I remember way back then. I got it for free from somebody that had a home wall and didn't want it anymore. Or maybe I paid like $50 and I just had to pick it up. I can't remember. But it was cheap. It was already T-nutted. And I've used it. I've used those sheets. I think it was like 3 or 4 full sheets of that stuff, already T-nutted. I've used that on wall 3, 4, and 5. And then, what else? I mean, these sheets are the only ones that I had to buy for my expansion. These 2 sheets of plywood. A lot of the dimensional lumber I was able to reuse. So like even, I guess I'm trying to get to my point here. I'm getting to my point. My point is that I invested in a lot of this stuff and I was able to reuse it every time I moved too. I didn't have to re-buy all this stuff. The holds, I buy them used rather than new because new holds are crazy expensive. They're really buying new holds, unless you're finding an incredible deal on seconds, like off colors and things like that. buying new holds is for commercial gyms that have a budget for it. I buy used holds. A lot of them are. Lately, where I've been finding the best deals on buying holds, I'm doing a whole video on that. Why am I telling you this? Because I'm just having a conversation with the camera. All right, I'll just tell you my secret then. I wasn't going to tell you because I'm probably going to do a dedicated video on where to find good deals on holds nowadays. Maybe that'll be part of my rant video. I'll do a rant video and then I'll also tell you how to get holds reasonable. But where I've been finding the best deals is gyms that they're selling off their worn down holds. So the texture is a lot lower than if you were to get them new. Yes, I get that. But at a fraction of the price. Like these are from a gym. This is, I think, from a gym that closed down, yeah. Or not a gym that closed down. So the texture, yep, it's really polished, really worn down. But honestly, it's that's where I've been finding the best deals. Maybe we'll stay in that vein of picking some holds that need love, kind of spray wall mindset, make a route out of them. I've got these two holds on this volume. So this is the baby brother of the one you saw earlier. And got these holds here, like small hold, but if you use the part of the volume, it's kind of like a pinch. And I got this other one over here that I could do something similar. So I'm thinking I'll look for something that can use those. So how can I get into this and then get out of it? So what did I do? When I was over here working this brown one, I figured out how to get into it first. So let's figure out first on this one. Where do I want to go? Not a lot of directions. I can use the moon board a little bit. Some small holes here. I don't get a lot of love over on the edge. I love the yellow holds on the moon board. I know they're small. I love the texture on them. I love crimping. Crimping is, I don't know what is it about it, but like I feel like out of all the grip types, they feel the best. Even more than jugs sometimes. Alright, so what if I go here to this guy here? I gotta get my foot up high. Here. And maybe I'll come out to the rails. The rails don't get a lot of love. Oh yeah. When did I do that? High rail, cross under to the low rail. Ooh, up to this yellow crimp here. And give myself a foot. And this guy here. Oh, by the way, this red route here, at some point I thought like I was setting it and all the moves were doable. And it was definitely going to be a project route. And then now I can't even see how some of the moves are doable. So it's definitely a project route. It's probably doable. It's probably not impossible. You know, Daniel Woods could do it. Paul Robinson could do it. Paul, you don't live very far away from me. You don't know me. Oh my gosh. I'm talking to Paul Robinson on my videos. Calling you out, Paul. Come climb on my home wall. You don't live very far away. Somebody tag Paul so that he sees my videos. Let's collab. Let's collaborate, Paul. I'll come climb on your moon board. You come climb on my moon board. You did videos with Geek Climber and Rock Entry. Come do a video with me. Oh man, I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. Gotta talk to you guys. Okay, so I think I figured out how I'm going to come out of it. Oh, there. And then finish. So how am I going to get into it? not even like pulling on. I just want to kind of try seeing how this would go. Here's a hold I haven't used much. Could I even have this be a start hold? Oh yeah. Two-handed start hold. Right into it. Give myself some of the worst footholds here. And then what additional footholds do I get? This yellow one here you probably can't see. Okay, these two, that yellow one. The rest is feet, track, hands. Alright, I just made up a route in my head. Let's see how terrible it is or good. Set this one here. Ooh. Cause I said, I said go to the high one first, right? It's kind of interesting. That was more of a body positioning error. My fingers didn't really give out. Oh yeah, and I have that red one there. Cross. Oh, kick over there. Oh, yellow all the way up to the blue. That's my finish. Cross here. See what I did there? I just moved my left hip naturally into the wall. Didn't even think about that. Why didn't I match the finish? Does that mean I have to do it over again to get credit for it? I think it was because I was looking for feet. All the feet are gone. There's no feet here. Didn't give myself any feet. Just went way down low here. And then way over here on the moonboard. Maybe. That's a big lean though. With nobody spotting, if I peeled off, I'd whack myself into that wall. Even with a spotter, I'd probably whack myself into that wall. Let's see. We gotta send it. I don't know if I'll tape this one. This one doesn't seem as flowy. It's not bad. It's not a bad route. The ending wasn't as glamorous. It's not a bad route. Especially for the space we got to work with, right? Just keep it like that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a roto this one. I see some interesting moves I want to try. So this is like literally a pocket, 2-finger pocket, but it's got like this little bit of a ridge here. I've always kind of thought it might be something you could match, like piano match in and out of. So if I catch it with one finger in the pocket, and then these fingers kind of crimping this edge out to the right, then I could bring the left hand in and do the reverse. Kind of interesting, huh? Interesting way to use that hold. hard to get the feet. Can I start with it? Oh, no. Alright, this one's got me intrigued now. Piano match in a pocket. Oh yeah. Oh, that was interesting. Speaking of Paul Robinson, Paul, pretty sure you shaped this hold for Nycros. I think that's the stamp from this series that you did. I have a Paul Robinson climbing hold. Pretty sure. Paul, come set a route with your hold on my home wall in a collaboration with Real World Climbing. This is going to be the weirdest video ever. And I think I'm going to title it, Only Watch This If You're Bored. Warning, only watch this video if you're bored. It's literally some guy talking to the camera, climbing by himself. Alright, I'm almost done. Almost done with this session. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm going to keep my skin good. Lately, my skin has been the limiting factor on some stuff. I want it to be good and thick calluses, ready to go for send season. In case you're not up to speed, I broke my hand in the spring. Prior to that, I had thought I could probably climb my first 13A sport climb because I was feeling strong and I've never really projected like the mid 12s, the 12 Bs, and so that I've done in like 2 goes. So I figured if I found a great project and I was feeling strong and found something that fit my kind of slightly overhanging, crimpy, technical, that I could do a 13A this season. And then I broke my hand and I was like, dang it. Can I do a 13A this season? Now, like, that recovery process, which I did a whole video on that. So if you haven't seen that yet, check that out. That'll be up here. But I did a whole video on that. And surprisingly, a little bit surprisingly, that the broken bone wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it stunk. And I really missed climbing for 8 weeks. There were some other good things. Like I had a kind of a clicky shoulder. And my shoulder feels pretty good now. So that time off was probably good. And I came back and I don't feel like I lost a lot of strength. I definitely feel like I lost endurance. Maybe that's what I should have been doing tonight, is a big old endurance session. But so I'm thinking I could probably still do a 13A this season. Find the right project. There's one that I have in mind that a friend of mine is working as well. I don't know if I want to step on his toes and make it my project too, or if he's already cool with it. I'll have to just talk to him about it. He's cool with projecting it together. I've heard really good things about it. I've gotten on the bottom half of it. So that being said, I want to be ready for send season. All right, just for fun, I'm going to give this red one a go. This one that feels impossible. What really makes it feel impossible is going from this, because these are pretty polished. I mean, not polished, but there's just not a lot of grip left. Shallow pinches, slopey, shallow pinches. So how it goes is like from right hand, left hand comes here, and then I gotta fall into this one. And then, again, I don't remember what I was thinking when I said it. When I said it, I thought it was possible. There's the start hold down here that becomes a foothold, and I gotta somehow keep this pinch, get up to this crimp here. And then from there, I kick my foot way over here and get this pockety pinch thing, kind of a Waco feeling one. And then my feet come back over here and finish. The last move I don't think is going to be super hard, but this move feels impossible right now. The unwinding and coming into this crimp feels impossible. And then that feels just far. I don't even know if I could reach that right now. I know I'm making excuses. Oh, my goodness. I held it. Now what? Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever stuck that move. Then I got lost where I'm putting my feet. Okay. I think what we gotta do is get this and just crank the elbow down, like twist it. Twist, like lock in there. The elbow. I gotta get this foot up here somehow. Oh, am I breaking my rules here? Get that hip in. The elbow down. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I did this session. I don't know if I've ever stuck that move. Backstep that foot there. That croup is good, but all right. I might not be almost done. I like this. Okay. So in theory, I get here, right? That foot's pretty terrible, but backstep this. Oh! Okay. The backstep felt okay. And I was kind of lunging. It's kind of dynamic. A low percentage to that crimp. If I froggy it, so now I'm kind of breaking the same set in rule. But if I froggy it, pull in my hip that way. Same thing, keep my elbow down with my right hand. I'm going to try that one next, that variation. This is actually blowing my mind that I started the session like literally not even really feeling like climbing. Just doing it because I knew I should. Had a pretty good session, talked to you guys, spilled the beans on some stuff, and now I'm kind of doing good on this. Made progress, and I haven't made progress on this one in a while. I'll call this as a victory. And now that I think about all this rambling that I'm doing and all this ranting, and it might be kind of a cool, interesting video if I cut out all the dead space. But with all the stuff that I kind of shared out there, like spilled ideas for videos and all this sort of stuff, maybe I'll just hang on to this for a while until I have done some of those videos. Yeah. Then I can put links to all those videos that I haven't done yet, but I will. Remember the rant video? Yeah, it's going to be down in the description. Go watch 50 of my videos. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, then I'll have more subscribers and enough people to poke Paul Robinson into doing a collab with me. I'm totally almost joking about that. I think that would be so cool. Paul, you probably don't remember me, but I actually met you before in person in Minnesota at Vertical Endeavors. You were showing this film and answering Q&A and stuff like that. It was like some film that you and Daniel Woods did together. And then you had a drawing with some of your sponsors' gear. And I won the drawing for the native sunglasses. Like, I'd never had a nice pair of sunglasses in my entire life. Like, I never could bring myself to spend that kind of money. And I saw the price tag on them, and I was like, what? People pay this much for a pair of sunglasses? But seriously, this is not a a plug for Native. Those sunglasses are amazing though. Like, I still use them, and it's been easily 10 years since I got, maybe not 10 years. It's been probably 7 or 8 years since I got those sunglasses from you, Paul. Just rambling to Paul Robinson. All right, Froggy, come up here, suck it in. Oh, that might be the way to do it. That felt less desperate. I'm almost tempted to like bring my foot up here and heel hook this. I don't know if that would make it better. So Gavin, literally, I've been just climbing and talking to the camera about climbing. Do you think that would be a cool video? Or would it be super? I've been climbing a lot, but I've been climbing, and then when I'm resting, I'm talking to the camera. And then, do you think that would make a cool video or not? Or would it be boring?
Yeah, but you need to show them better. You have to show them techniques too.
I've been kind of talking about some techniques. Been talking about a little bit about techniques, talking about all kinds of stuff. And then this red route here that I've been really stinky at lately, Gavin. I actually did this hard move, and I'm almost doing the second hard move. There's 2 hard moves in a row. If I can figure them out, I might be able to do this project route that I haven't been able to do. Like right now, the only like taped project route that I haven't actually done and completed is that red one.
What?
Yeah. All right, let's see if this move works. Okay, don't be underneath me. Lock in. Oh, yeah! What do I do from there, though? Oh, I probably got to use this as a foot. But seriously, I just did 2 of the hard moves. This move's hard, too, because I don't remember what I'm doing here. I don't remember what I was thinking, like what was going on in my mind. I got to get from this hold here all the way over to this hold up there with only this foothold and like this start hold, which is slanted the wrong way. But those are the only footholds to get over there. All right, let's figure that out. I got that. Oh, that's there too. Oh, that's probably it. Get that there. I told the camera minutes ago that I was almost done. And then right after I said I'm almost done, I was like, hey, I'm going to try this red route that I haven't even done this second move. Then I did the move. And then I was like, well, let's figure out. Then I got all tied up. I was like, let's figure out how to get off of that move to that move. And then I just did that move. And now I'm figuring out the next move. Oh my goodness! What a day! And that's the finish. If I can get that, that's the finish. What? I can't believe it. Like seriously, I've done all the moves in isolation now. And now I remember what I was thinking when I set the route. Should I give it a send go? You guys, this is your start hold here. Hand hold here and here. One hand on each. Okay. Now your feet are those red ones down there. You're so small, you're not gonna be able to do it. Now you gotta get up to the you gotta get this one here with your left hand. Can you even reach? Pretend you're just use your feet on the floor. Can you even reach this? Come up. There you go. Yep. Now you gotta get this one right here. Yep. Now you gotta get the red one up top. Ready? Oh, no. That's not the end. This next move would be impossible for you because you wouldn't be able to reach. It's from there all the way to there. There's no short guy beta. I'm down to 1% battery. Okay, I'm gonna pause and then try to get it. I don't know how many send goes I get in 1% battery. Oh, my foot popped. I gotta start over.
You like die right before you make it?
Yeah, wouldn't that suck? All right, here we go. Oh, seriously, I lost it.
Hey, we don't want time, Dad.
I know. Either way, it is a victory that I've done all the moves in isolation now. So my battery's gonna run out, and that's been a good session. I'm pretty tired. And kind of the point of the video is I didn't really feel like climbing before, and it turned into a great session. So, and who knows if this will ever come out. But in case I make it into a video and you made it all the way to the end, thanks a ton. Make sure you click the chains on the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.